WDW Radio, your information station.
Hi, it's Lou Mongello from WDW Radio here at Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World, standing in the courtyard in front of Jim Henson's Muppet Vision 3D. With the recent release of the Muppets movie, many kids at heart like myself are excited to see the Muppets back on the big screen, having grown up with the Muppet Show and the original Muppet movie. The marriage of Disney and the Muppets goes back to the early 1990s, and their presence in Walt Disney World came quickly thereafter. It kicked off with a television special aptly entitled The Muppets at Walt Disney World, and then a number of shows and attractions like Here Come the Muppets, Muppets on Location, and of course, Muppet Vision 3D followed soon after. Now, with the return of the Muppets to the big screen, Muppet Mania is back again, and we are excited to see a return of the Muppets, including not only to the Disney theme parks, but to the Disney Cruise Line, as they are now going to be part of the Disney Fantasy in a new interactive game on the Disney Cruise Line ship, launching in early 2012. Disney and the Muppets also have a mutual friend in George Lucas. Disney and Lucas collaborated to bring a number of attractions based on George Lucas films to the Disney parks, including Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular and, of course, Star Tours, both here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. But the relationship between Jim Henson and George Lucas goes back as well to the early 1980s when they collaborated on some of the work for the film Labyrinth. Later, not only would Frank Oz be the voice and the puppeteer for Yoda in the Star Wars films, but you'd find many Star Wars characters appearing in Muppet-themed entertainment like The Muppet Show on TV in the late 80s. And another great benefit of that Disney-Muppet-George Lucas relationship is, of course, the merchandise. And I'm back with a good friend, Stephen Miller from Disney Theme Parks. It's Christmas time. You're almost like Santa because of what you're bringing out here.
I brought some great goodies today. You know, a sneak preview of some things that are coming, and then some stuff that's arriving here probably mid to late December. That being my favorite sets. It's the Star Wars and Muppets action figures. I'm holding my favorite because I'm a huge fan of Sam the Eagle. This is going to be a 5-minute salute to all things Muppets, yeah, I guess. So,
but mostly Sam the Eagle.
But mostly Sam the Eagle. So he's dressed as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this is Gonzo as Darth Vader with Camilla, his chicken, as a stormtrooper. You know, these are fun 2-figure sets that our product development team has created. There's also, you know, Kermit and Miss Piggy, Fozzie the Bear and Link Heartthrob as Han Solo and Chewbacca, and then of course a popular favorite from a lot of people is the Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker as C-3PO and R2-D2. This is a fun take, you know, being able to mash the universes together and really put the characters into that environment. Muppets, or then we've also done that as well with some of our Disney characters, putting them into the Star Wars universe. It creates a really fun story, especially with such a great attraction.
Yeah. And as a child of the 80s who grew up on Star Wars and Muppets, this is like the perfect storm right here.
I have to agree, you know, I remember watching the Muppets, you know, and Star Wars, you know, all the time. I mean, it was one of those things I definitely grew up on. So it's really neat to see these kind of stories come to life. You know, our development team has a lot of fun with them because it's such, and again, it's such great storytelling. But the Muppet characters are great. You know, over the years, we've done a variety of different PVC type sets. This one I have here is going to be coming out in the spring of next year. Beautifully sculpted figures. I mean, they did a really great job on just the details on, you know, Fozzie really looks, I mean, like a bear, you know.
And they have texture, like there's texture to them.
Great texture, you know, so it's a fun play set that, you know, once you experience the Muppet Vision 3D attraction, you can take this home with you as well. Also coming in the spring, Disney Parks Racers. You know, this has been a popular collection. This is a 2-pack set that we're going to be introducing. Kermit the Frog along with, the first time, Animal. And Animal, very fast race car. I wish I had this car. I'm in the market for a new car, so this is the car I think I would love to have, you know, on that. But again, Disney Parks Racers, a fun way to take a Disney character and put them into this kind of fun racing environment. Great pack. This coming in the spring is what we're looking at.
And the nice thing too, these are not just toys, but they're collectibles too. They're not just for kids, but they're for adults as well.
They're for the kid that never wants to grow up. I think probably like you or
like
myself.
You and I, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And more importantly, are you a man or are you a Muppet?
Nice. Well, you know, I think, you know, I'm looking at this set here, and you're right. I mean, it's a great thing to display. I know Monty Maldovan, who is one of our longtime artists, who does a lot of work with the Muppets with Disney Design Group, you know, has a great display of Muppet stuff in his office. I know several other people. A good friend of mine also has one as well. Because again, I think think it's something that you did grow up on, and so it's a great way to trigger those memories. And that's really what we do at the end of the day when it comes to theme park merchandise, is we want to create those tangible memories that guests can take home with them.
Yeah. And I think with the new Muppet movie coming out, again, you know, I introduced my kids to the Muppets the same way we were, which was by showing them DVDs of the Muppet Show. There's this renewed interest not only in adults but in kids as well.
I agree. You know, for my son, same thing. I mean, it was one of those you just keep just taking them away. You know, you know, my son does the same thing. I mean, we have all 3 seasons. You know, for the three DVD sets, and periodically he'll just want to put them in. You know, and watch them, and it's fun because it's a show that we can watch together. You know, and it's something that again really does spark a great childhood memory from when I was little, and it's something that I can pass on to another generation.
And that's why when Henson and Disney came together in the early 1990s, it was that natural marriage, that sort of wholesome family entertainment. You know, I sort of think back to Sunday nights, the family gather around the TV to watch Uncle Walt and the Wonderful World of Disney, and then later on, you gather around on Monday nights to watch the Muppet Show together.
Correct, and I think, you know, that great storytelling is really, I think, what the Muppets are about. I mean, it's fun, it's something that can relate to both adults and children. We were just watching the other day Muppet Treasure Island, you know, and we actually watched it twice. It was on TV, and then it repeated again. So Ethan wanted to watch it. My son wanted to watch it again and again. So, but I think you're right. It's that great storytelling. I think that's why it's been such a popular attraction here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Why these action figures and why this play set and so forth will be very popular with our fans. But I know I can't wait to get my hands on this. And it's coming, like I said, for the holidays. It'd be great.
Yeah, perfect timing. I know that I am not going to tell my kid it's coming out, but it will definitely be, like I said, you're Santa Claus to my family because these will be under the Christmas tree. Real quick, favorite Muppet movie?
It has to be the original. I mean, because that's the one I remember as a child. I was very young at the time, and I remember going to see it. It was in Pennsylvania. I remember going to see it in Pennsylvania with my parents, and it still is one of those that it has such a great memory. Though the new one's great, I have to say, the new one was very entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Did you cry? It's okay, you can say. Did you cry when Rainbow Connection came out? And I don't mean the Muppet version, but the actual Muppet.
I did, you know, so that's okay. I can admit it, you know, but again, I think that tugs your heartstrings. That's why it's great storytelling. That's why it works really well.
Yeah, and so there's something else you have here too, because you can not only sort of take the Muppets home, you can sort of you can experience your inner Muppet too.
This is a ear hat that was done. It was a Vinylmation ear hat set that was done. So it was came with a 3-inch figure along with this, and I just thought it was fun. I mean, Animal again, such an iconic character. Sam the Eagle's still my favorite, but I love Animal as well. And you know, and from an attire perspective, we've done we have some unique shirts that are just recently arrived that kind of feature a half body, but your head replaces the Muppet on that. Some other great caps that they have. So you know, we're always looking at some new ways to infuse new Muppetness to things.
So what Muppet is Stephen Miller?
I don't know.
You're like, I see you. You're kind of a Kermity, scootery.
Yeah, but I love Sam the Eagle. Very serious, and he keeps talking, and no one's listening to him.
You have to give me your best Sam the Eagle. It's a salute to that.
It's a salute to all things Muppets, but mostly Disney theme park merchandise today.
You gotta project from the diaphragm.
The diaphragm right here. You know, it's all things. You know, it's a rousing 3-hour salute to all things Muppets. I have a minute and a half. So yeah, exactly.
And this is not the extent of the Muppet collectibles, and even if it's not Star Wars isn't your thing, like you said, there's the Muppet Vinylmations, which again, incredibly popular. My kids are still trying to get the entire Waldorf and Statler collection, but there's Disney pins. So your entry point to wanting to collect the Muppets, whether it's the PVC figures, whatever it is very easy.
Yeah, you know, and a great place to look for Muppet items is actually right here at the Disney's Hollywood Studios, right behind where we are actually taping this, the Stage 1 Studio Store, and they have a great selection of Muppet items. You know, the Vinylmation has been really a lot of fun to introduce Series 2 with that, and I think, you know, it was a fun interpretation of using the Muppet characters on that kind of Mickey Mouse shaped canvas. But, you know, again, we do try to infuse some newness where we can, and again, this is such a great example of what's to come.
Yeah, this is great stuff. Super exciting. Again, not showing my kids the video until after Christmas because these will certainly be under the tree. Looking forward to what's coming this year, what's coming in the future, Muppet related. And again, you are the toy. You have the best job in Disney World. He is the toy guy. You basically get to play with toys all day long. So looking forward to what may be coming in 2012 as well.
Well, you know, that's the nice part about my role is that I get to tell the stories about what, you know, we're doing with Disney theme park merchandise. I'm not actually involved with the creation of these, though the toy development team sits literally 2 offices down from me, and I can always hear them playing with something new, you know, whether it be chasing cars around or when the new Starspeeder 1000 vehicle playset came in, you could hear C-3PO and R2-D2 continually. You were testing the sound, you know, to see what the sound looked like. You know, and the nice part is we have a very talented group of individuals that are always looking for creative ways to take a little, you know, create that magic so guests can take it home with them. So my job is great. I mean, I certainly enjoy, there's lots of great articles to come on the Disney Parks blog. If you haven't checked them out, disneyparks.com/blog. It's I love writing for that because it's a great way for me to be able to interact with fans and be able to share a great story of what we're doing in our division.
Absolutely. So if you're enjoying the Muppets on the small screen or the big screen, you can come to Disney's Hollywood Studios. You can experience it literally in 3 dimensions and walk around. Again, sort of the Happiness Hotel inside the Stage 1 Company store. Look back to what the history of the Muppets here at Walt Disney World. Think about what's ahead, and again, get to bring it home with you. Stephen Miller, thank you very much. And I'll just take these, and I'll lighten your load on the way back to the Office of Fun. Thanks to Stephen Miller from Disney Parks for showing us some of the inspirational, celebrational, Muppetational Disney, Star Wars, Muppet merchandise coming to the Disney Parks very soon. You can get it here right at the Muppet Stage 1 Company store, right at the exit to Muppet Division 3D, and throughout the Disney Parks. I'm Lou Mongello from WDW Radio. Thanks for watching.
WDW Radio.